Hello everyone, this is Jack Frost with a little update for the Ethereum technicals and Solana. For the Ethereum technicals, for the short to mid-term, price consolidates within resistance up at 4100 and support down at 2720. Currently, for the short term, price consolidates within resistance around 3680 to 3890 and support at about 3200. After this last upward swing where price found resistance at 3890, it has declined, finding resistance around 3680, now declining, coming up to just fall short of resistance here, and now price is declining potentially towards support at 3200. For the very short term, volume supports downwards movement with these pushes on these various bearish candlesticks as price moves lower. Though for the short to mid-term, strongest volume is on these bullish candlesticks here. So for the short to mid-term, volume supports upwards movement. ADX now declines, showing no clear trend after reaching extreme, though it did not reach very extreme. ADX is expected to continue lower to relieve these extreme conditions. And on balance, volume moves within this range just here, currently moving down from resistance, giving a slight bearish signal. RSI is neutral and moving lower, having just entered overbought briefly, where price found its last short-term high around resistance at 3890 just here. Money flow is also neutral and declining, as RSI and money flow are both near the middle, around this 50 mark. Any upwards or downwards trend would have room to move before these indicators enter overbought or oversold. ATR is now increasing while price consolidates, though it has previously declined quite sharply along with price with this previous downward swing just here. And stochastics is neutral and increasing, having just failed to enter fully oversold, where price found its last low here, just falling short of support at 3200. The model of stochastics and support and resistance suggests an upward swing may occur at this point towards resistance at 3680 or up to 3890. Though it is also possible that the downward swing can continue towards support at 3200 or 2720, where stochastics may reach more deeply oversold, where price finds these support points. On the Solana Elliott Wave count, we can see primary wave 4 moves price lower, unfolding as a incomplete single zigzag. It is labeled a single zigzag as it is the most common corrective structure, though as this wave unfolds, it may need to be relabeled. Currently within primary wave 4, intermediate wave C is expected to move price lower. It must subdivide as a 5-wave motive structure and is expected to be within minor wave 3. A base channel is drawn around the minor degree movements from the start of minor wave 1 to the end of minor wave 2 with a copy on the end of minor wave 1. Price has broken below this base channel, though there is not a full candlestick below and not touching, so it does not constitute a proper breakout. Price is expected to continue lower, and if there is a candlestick below and not touching this base channel, there will be a confirmed breakout for these overlapping third waves at minuet, minute, and minor degree to move price lower with increasing range and momentum. Additionally, if price continues up for intermediate wave B, it cannot move above the start of intermediate wave A at 209.69606. Overall, primary wave 4 is expected to continue lower, with a target calculated at 117.4360, the 0.618 Fibonacci ratio of primary wave 3. On the technical charts, price has declined after this last high, finding resistance at 210. A previous bearish engulfing pattern just here, where price then moved lower, finding support at 118. Price now consolidates within resistance at 190 and support between 127 and 118. Volume has overall declined from this last high, though with a push on some of these recent bearish candlesticks, we can see volume supporting downwards movement for the very short term. The volume is overall a lot weaker after this last strong upwards movement, which is standard for a consolidation and not for cause for concern. On balance, volume declines within a very narrow range. A break above or below support or resistance on this range would not be a very strong signal, as it has very few tests for support and resistance and has quite a noticeable slope and is not very long held. At this point, price has reacted to support, giving a slight bullish signal. ADX now increases above 15, indicating a bearish trend as the negative DX line is above the positive DX line. This trend is in its very early stages and is a strong signal from ADX increasing from a low point. This trend has a ways to go before it may be in danger of ending. RSI is neutral and declining, as is money flow. Both are within a fairly neutral range, giving the current bearish trend room to move before these indicators may enter oversold. And ATR overall declining as price consolidates, though it increases ever so slightly more recently. Overall, the trend indicated by ADX is expected to move price lower for the short to mid term, which supports the Elliott Wave count. That's all for me with your update for Solana and Ethereum. If you want the Elliott Wave count for Ethereum, we have a membership at pureelliottwave.com. You can use the link in the description below to sign up for that today. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their week.